Hi friends, I hope all of us are doing great, and I have a very interesting topic or concept, something that I wanted to share with you, all of you. So I hope you find it interesting. So a couple of days back, I was texting my one of my college friends, and he was a little surprised to actually know and learn the fact that I also had body image issues back then in college. And the reply that I received afterwards was like, Sachin, you were one of those people that some people used to look up to because you always prioritize your fitness and you had a certain kind of discipline over a lot of other things in college. And I told him that okay, so and so, everything said and done, I've always tried to work on myself. I've always tried to deal with certain things, but that doesn't mean that I did not have body image issues back then, and that doesn't mean that I do not have body image issues even now. I still do have it. So he was a little surprised to learn the fact and the actual reality behind it. So I thought that let me actually make a little small video about what exactly is body image issues, how it happens, actually hota kya hai, and everything about it. So body image issues is anything when you feel uncomfortable about your body, when you're not that confident about your body, अजीब सा लगता है, अच्छा नहीं लगता. Now this can be for various reasons. Some people can be a little overweight or a little heavier on the side. Some people can be underweight or can be skinny. Now for any specific reason, or for it can be a small thing or a big thing, people can be uncomfortable with how they look and how they feel. So we really cannot pinpoint on any reason. Now there can be innumerable reasons why people do that. So let's say for example there is a person who has been into an industry for 10 years and he's a fitness coach. Now the expectation or the pressure that the society has on that particular person, that he should be looking a certain way, he should be behaving a certain way, he should have a discipline of a certain manner, that pressure could lead into an insecurity. So this is one such example, right? It could be a fitness trainer, it could be a sports person, it could be an actor, anybody. Or else let's say for example if somebody is starting out afresh, if it's a common man or if it's somebody in any of these industries, so they try to comprehend their efforts that they've put in and the kind of results that they're seeing. And this could also lead to insecurity, and this could also lead to body image issues ki yaar ho nahi raha, and I spent so much time and so much effort but it's not happening. So these are just two very plain and basic examples or reasons why people can lead into that insecurity of body image issues. Now specifically calling it as insecurity because what sets and makes some people stand out from the crowd is that some people learn to deal with it. Because insecurities is something that is never going to leave you. At any point in time, at any point in your life, it doesn't matter how established you are, if you become a prodigy or a legend in your industry or anything, doesn't matter, it's never going to leave you. You learn to deal with it, and that's what matters. So this is what the video is going to be about, trying and finding out ways to deal with the insecurities. So I personally follow 3 tips that help me come out of it and help me deal with my insecurities, my body image issues. So the first thing that I would like to mention is one should always know their struggle. Now, none of us, your lifestyle is different from mine. None of us can have the same food habits, and even if we do, the cooks are different. None of us can have the same sleep pattern. None of us can, have the same workout routine. None of us can, have the same job life, or none of us can have the same family setup. So naturally, our responsibilities and everything differs from one another. So our struggles differ. And if so many stimulus and if so many factors differ from one another, then certainly my results, your results will be different, and how it shows will be different, right? So it becomes really important for us to not compare ourselves with anybody else. Now these movies, these actors that we see, have really, helped us have this misconception that, this is how a perfect body looks like and XYZ things, and it's bullshit. There's nothing like perfect body. We can try and achieve our goals, what we set for ourselves. So when you know your struggles, you become a little acceptable and accepting to the fact that what you've been doing, is it good enough or is it worthy? Now this brings me to my second point, which is giving in your 100%. So when you know your struggles, when you spend time with yourself, when you give yourself so much time, when you think about it, when you do your own homework, you realize what your capabilities are, you realize what your potential is, and you realize what your abilities are. According to that, you also know that what is your 100%. And trust you me, nobody knows what your 100% is and how much you can push yourself better than you. I'm not asking you to climb over a mountain in a day, but if you are pushing yourself a little bit, if you are giving in your 100%, then it's the best thing that you can do to yourself, and that's the best thing that you can do for yourself. So know your 100% and give in your 100%, and that will make you feel so much better about everything about yourself. And the third thing that brings me to is, the journey. We really need to be acceptant and acceptable to our journey as well. So let's say, for example, I started my fitness and health journey in the year 2015. There has been a lot of change since then. I have learned a lot of things. I have imbibed a lot of things. There were a lot of things that I was doing wrong. I have unlearned a lot of things. I have learned new things, and it will go on. So the kind of Sachit that I was in 2015 and the kind of Sachit I am in 2020, it's a journey. I need to be proud and feel proud of that journey, because the journey has seen transformations physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. So when I acknowledge my journey, I am much better equipped to deal with my insecurities as well. Because I was not like this in 2015, and I will not be like this in 2025. So the process of unlearning and learning always, again, throughout your life. It happens throughout your life. So these are some, tips that come handy to me when I am facing such issues, or when I am facing such insecurities, or when I'm really feeling bad about myself and I'm questioning myself. So these can come handy. And these are not just the go-to tips, right? I mean, you can have your reasons, you can have your own reasoning, you can have the same reasoning, but I'm just trying to help you with what helps me out. Now, what I would really want to end on a note here is that, all of us are born with different set of weaknesses and different set of strengths. That is really wrong of us. And yes, I'm saying it's really wrong of us to not work on our weaknesses. I mean, if you want a great college, you study for it and you sit for the exams, you prepare for the interview and get it. If you want a particular job, you work towards it, you give your GDPI, you give your PI, and then you go and get it, right? So why not here as well? Why not at any point in life? Set your goals, see where you would want to reach 1 month down the line, 3 years down the line, anything, and work towards it. Make your weaknesses your strength as well. So work on your weaknesses, because everybody has them. And just by accepting your weaknesses and not working on it doesn't really make sense, at least to me. So all I would like to say is, I always try to learn and unlearn things and work on my weaknesses so that I can grow as a person and I can become a better version of myself. So with that thought, I hope that we are looking at it in becoming a better version of ourselves, and please let us not generalize anything in any manner, and not pass judgments of any manner, and actually know what one has to share, their share of stories, because that's what we are here for, right? To learn from each other, share the stories, and help one another becoming a better version of ourselves, because nothing can happen alone. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope it was a little helpful to all the people watching. Please stay tuned for more videos like this. Thank you.